So this DNA print technique is developed by the Jeffrey. Alke Jeffrey is developing these DNA techniques. The steps involved in DNA fingerprint is isolation of DNA. That means the sample of a suspected person is collected. Either it is a blood, hair or any body cells, semen, skin, bones, saliva, anything which definitely containing the nucleus. It requires the nucleus. After collecting the DNA, so here digestion of DNA is required, which is by using the restricted endonuclease enzyme. So if a restricted endonuclease enzyme is used, it's separating the repeated DNA frequencies. Separates the repeated DNA frequencies. So first step is collection of sample. So we collect the suspected person blood, hair, any body cells, semen, skin, bone, saliva, anything. But it requires the nucleus because nucleus only containing the chromosomes. If you see RBC, if you collected RBC enucleated, doesn't containing nucleus, it is not helpful for the DNA fingerprint. After collecting this DNA, we required only VNTS part. Remaining bulk DNA we doesn't require. That's why we using the restricted endonuclease enzyme. By using that enzyme, we separating the VNTRS. After separating these VNTRS by using restricted endonuclease enzyme, that fragments will be separated by using the gel electrophoresis. Agarose gel electrophoresis. These fragments are when you subjected to gel electrophoresis, due to the positive effect, large fragment is separated first, later middle one, later small one will be separated. You remember here which fragment is separating first? Large one. Lateral, medial. Lateral, small one will be separated. Once separation will be completed by this gel electrophoresis, denaturation will be conducted. So either using the heat or subjecting to the alkali, the double strand DNA is converted into single strand DNA. So first step is isolation of DNA. That means suspected person, blood, hair, semen, skin, bone, saliva, it will be collected. Lateral, restricted endonuclease enzyme is used to separating the VNTRS. That separated fragments are subjected to the gel electrophoresis. After subjecting gel electrophoresis, fragments are separated. That fragments are by heating or treating with alkali, they are converted into the single strand. Double strand is converted into single strand. Next one is the blotting technique. So blotting technique, southern blotting technique or normal blotting technique. In this method, what happened that separated DNA is transferred to nylon or the nitrocellulose paper. So whatever by gel electrophoresis DNAs are separated, those are transferred to the nylon or the nitrocellulose paper. Next, after separation, after blotting, that single strand DNA is hybridized with probe containing comprehensive DNA. Probe means here it is nothing but the radioactive material, that may be carbon 13 or nitrogen, any compound we consider as a probe, so which is radioactive material. Due to hybridization, again double strand will be formed. This double strand is detected by using the autoradiography, nothing but the X-ray. So if you subjected to autoradiography, automatically bands will be developed like this. So these bands are used for the comparative study of forensic analysis, parental analysis, so many analysis factors of the DNA. So for example, if you take the parental case, here mother gene is there and father gene is there, they are forming the bands. So baby is getting one gene from the mother and one gene from the father. If you see the same chromosome bands, that will be matched. So this is the mother and this is the father. So those bands are coming in the baby because one chromosome is coming from the mother and another one is coming from the father. So like if they are matched, they will be confirmed that baby is belonging to that mother and a father. Like same forensic analysis also, if you considered. In forensic analysis in crime cases, if you see the different DNA is observed here. See, here different chromosomes are given. Chromosome 7, chromosome 2, chromosome 16. These are the repeated variable number of tandem repeats. So this DNA is suspected person DNA. This is A DNA, this is the B DNA. By using DNA fingerprint, they develop the bands. After developing the bands of particular chromosomes like chromosome 7, 2 and 16, the bands are matched with the B. So that means the suspected person and the victim both are the C is nothing but the B. So here one person is the victim, another person is the suspected. So they collected the DNA of the suspected person, alleged person and a victim. After DNA analysis, whose DNAs are matched, they confirmed as a criminal. So by this DNA analysis, they can observe the parental cases like medico legal cases, forensic analysis, and it is also used for protecting the animals. That means endangered animals are there. If any bones or the skeleton or anything related to that animal is available, whether it is belonging to that animal or not will be confirmed by DNA fingerprint. So DNA fingerprint is used in various applications. It is used in knowing the medico legal cases, forensic analysis, and it is also used for detecting the endangered animals. That means protecting the endangered animals, wild animals protection, and it is also helpful for the pedigree analysis, inheritance diseases, pedigree analysis. So if gene is mutated, we can confirm it by this DNA fingerprint. Now once I repeating the steps involved is the isolation of DNA, digestion of DNA with a restricted endonuclease, by electrophoresis separation of DNA, and denaturation of DNA, fourth step, blotting the DNA on gel electrophoresis or the nitrocellulose paper, lateral hybridization with probe, and taking the DNA fingerprint by using the autoradiography.